guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is D3, and for today's video we're going to be testing out a Super Saiyan team. Now this is not any, I mean it kind of is, but the point of this team is to also be using Vegito and Gogeta on Super Saiyans together. You know, the thing about them is that they had a brief period where they could be used in the meta with the Bardock, and obviously I'm talking about pre-Zenkais and stuff, but you know what kind of really happened from there was the Holy Trinity sort of took over, because Purple Broly was so much better than Vegito when he released. Purple Broly was, you guys may not know, but Purple Broly was like, he was like Vegito Blue on release. Like there's only been like 5, maybe 6 characters who on release just completely dominated the game. And I'm talking about initial releases, not Zenkais. Even though not really Zenkais, there's only a few of them still that are even like that. Anyways, long story short, Purple Broly completely knocked Vegito off this team. So what we're gonna do is post Zenkai. I think Vegito is probably better than Purple Broly, but I think Purple Broly still has some of that stuff that made him nuts, like the utility with the blast armor, and then the neutrality. So I guess you could kind of go whichever way you want. But really, to kind of summarize and wrap this up, Vegito leader slot. We're getting that HP to the whole team. We are using a Super Saiyan squad. I may use the Goku. I really like that Goku. He's probably one of my favorite characters in the game, so he'll probably make it into some matches. He's also technically Zenkai boosted. The Vegeta is one that you want to have on a Super Saiyan team anyway, because the crit damage buff there, very important. And last but not least, the main thing that you guys need to know about this team is, I get asked sometimes, like, why don't more people use Super Saiyans? There's one real issue with the Super Saiyan team, and is that it completely revolves around Bardock. That's not to say that if he's defeated early or if he's rushed or whatever, you'll lose the match, but your odds of winning go down exponentially. Why? Because Bardock is such a cracked support. He is ridiculously powerful. He was this way before Zenkai. Bardock is probably, honestly, Goresh was saying this and I think I agree, Bardock is probably the best aged character in this game because of this ability here. Now, this applies from now and forevermore. Any Super Saiyan 1 character they drop will get this. When he switches out, he offers 25% damage, kind of whatever, run-of-the-mill amount, but the crit rate buff, that's the likelihood of getting a crit, up by 30%. So these characters have crit rates built in, so critical, that's what that stat is. That's the likelihood of them getting it, so if you may not have paid much attention to that. But this is the kicker, crit damage, 70% more. That means that your critical hits will do 70% more damage. I don't know if it actually mathematically amounts to that, but that's what it says, right? So the crit rate is crazy because that's the likelihood, and then the amount of damage you're going to do with the crits. That's why with Super Saiyan teams, they explode with damage. When they crit and it sounds like a machine gun, they explode with damage, right? Bardock has some more stuff in here that makes him usable as a character, like his own stacking buff and stuff like that. Another thing that's really good about him is the draw speed. He has some sustainability here, cancels his downgrades. This is probably the next best thing in his kit with restoring ki and then vanish gauge. You don't even need to land it. I've purposely used this so many times just to miss it and get the vanish, and then perfect into a rush. Like, for example, I've used it so many times for stuff like that. Incredible ability. The main's pretty decent too, picking up draws. Like, he's a good character, but this right here is nuts, and this is head and shoulders better than any other support in the game. Like, there are, like, a character like Vados has probably got like the most well-rounded, best support in the game outside of this type of ability. But when you can say, we're gonna increase your damage, we're gonna increase your crit likelihood, and then we're gonna also increase the crit damage, that's just too much. It's too much, and that's part of the reason why Vegeta wants to be on the team too, as a Z ability buffer. So long story short, we're going to be using Super Saiyans. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and here's match 1. So I'm not saying this to imply that I'm going to win this match by any means, but Gohan is so much worse on a team like this than he normally is. It's not even funny. He's in a leader slot, so he's getting the Z ability, sure. But the problem is he's not able to utilize the Sun family parts of his kit. So I don't love this personally. But again, not saying I won't just get destroyed. Highly possible. Hopefully not. GG, got you there, my mans. Ah, but yours isn't the one that cancels switches. Yeah, yours is the one that cancels switches. I needed yours. I accidentally dropped combo there. Accidental. At least I got some really good damage out there. Yeah, I misclicked. But yeah, I was like, ah, yours is good, but that guy's cancels switches, which is broken as hell, dude. Absolutely broken. That would have been extremely useful because I would actually kill that Gohan in that sequence had I got that ability. Couple buffs. Now they're all gone. Probably throw Bardock in for the ult. At least we're still getting those support buffs from the Vegito. When he's out there, you know, with the Zenkai, he buffs allies. So, pretty good. Ooh, surprised that landed. Very surprised. One more blast. Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't really care if I miss this, as long as it's not perfect. Ooh. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Unfortunate, but gotta keep Bardock alive. The good news is, if Bardock dies here, this dude has no ult to draw. Or, Bardock enters, excuse me, if Gogeta dies here. He has no ult to draw, so a tackle's free. Bardock also will get access to the crit buffs, which is hardly something that ever happens for Bardock. Like, he'll just explode here with damage if I get crits. He's not, though. Okay, so we'll just backtrack on that and go here. Yeah, look at the crits there. Is this ×2 crit buffs? Right? Is that what's happening here? Well, probably not anymore, but I think that might have been what was happening there. Gonna leave Gohan. Okay. That's fine. I'll go for a green stop clock. This is a 1-year anniversary matchup right here, isn't it? This is a nice flashback. Sorry, Gohan. It looks like I win. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That was a 1-year anniversary flashback. So let me say, when that Gohan came out, they had the Vegas event for this game and stuff like that. Sun Family with that Gohan, and then the second Broly movie characters, Goten and Gohan and Goku, had just came out. That was the team. This Gohan, obviously I'm talking about pre-1-year anniversary, so no Zenkais, was a threat. Vegito came out and stopped all of that. Gohan was still good, but the problem was, and I didn't do it because I didn't think about it because it's been so long since this scenario has even been an option for me. The problem was you would just save Vegito's main ability for when Gohan was the last man. And you just cancel everything he had. Cancel all of it. So that's a nice little 1-year anniversary flashback, man. These are the two best characters in the game, but Vegito just completely, and I mean completely, shut Gohan down because his main canceled buffs. Well, that's not very nice. Okay. I'll take that. Nice. Yeah, I certainly expected the SS4 Gogeta to lead. Ooh, red Gogeta's in the match. I haven't seen him in a long time. There's the one-time damage cut that he has. Okay. Gotta watch out for his green as well, if I remember. Okay, let's try this again. Ugh. The annoying thing is I decided to bring a yellow into this one, and he decided to bring a red into this one. That's not exactly how I thought this would go, unfortunately. Clearly. Switch buffs. Nice. Okay. I'll clash that. No need to vanish here. Okay. Thank you. Let's go ahead and sub here. Whoo, you're gonna sub, aren't you? Yeah, that crit kicked in. He said, no, can't do that. No can do, sir. Crit. Another crit. No can do, sir. Another crit. We are toxic. We are toxic. I agree. I co-sign. Are we getting him here? He doesn't have the cut anymore, so I mean, he better die. But it's not critting. So maybe not. Yeah, if it had crit on that ult, it would have got him, but it didn't crit on the ult. That's unfortunate. This is our third, like, what is it called? Dokibaki Impact or whatever? That's our third one. So I'm gonna strike. Blech. That's a free sub to Bardock, though. Let's try to get a sub sidestep. Ooh. That was a good timing on that drift, man. Gogeta sub into a rush, probably. I'll actually throw Vegito out there if he does it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. He wanted to rush Vegito, by the way. The only reason you waste your ult there like that is because you want to rush the character that's probably covering in. So I think from his perspective, he might think that I did that and already had Vegito queued up from the moment I saw his ult, which is technically sort of true, but my mind was made up already for the ult. I figured he was going to, you know, use the, not the ult, excuse me, the rush. I figured he was going to do that there anyway. Like I said, the only reason you draw your ult there is to bait and switch. Dude, that's like our 4th one. I've lost 3 of them. Okay. Got a little close there, didn't we? Another crit. I was gonna say, we'll see if he goes for it. That's fine, I don't care. Green is a good timed card. He can't get out of this, I don't think. Maybe. Oh, he's not. Maybe he could have if he had drifted out instead, but he didn't go for that in time. I don't have any buffs here. I don't have the crit buffs, so this is just gonna be natural power. The main ability from the Vegito canceled this. He might not even die. Two ults lived by his characters because of lack of buffs. I'll take it. Do I drop here? Oh, okay, I got him. Never mind. I'll start with the blast, though. The draw speed is helpful, but hopefully I get that ult soon because I'm going to need it. I'll take that. Kind of wish I rushed there. God damn it, I can't win any of these. I was so hyped about winning one. I can't win any of them. Ooh, interesting. I got a pressure here. He's lucky he didn't vanish there. Gotcha. But I don't think I can rush here, so I'll just go for the strike quickly. Yeah, I thought so. Got a crit there. Love to see it. If only I got crits on my ult. That would have been lit. There's another crit there. Strike here. And GG, man. That was a win-win for me at the end there. Like, if he vanished, that's fine, because I'll just throw the rush. Like, it was a win-win, so. Anyways, let's play the next one. Okay. Wish I went to Bardock there. Oh, well. I won't drop, because if he knocks me back, that's fine. Okay, I figured he might do that as well. That's okay. You gonna go for another sub? This is just pure damage here. No crit buffs or anything like that. So far, pretty awesome. That great combo. There's the green. Yeah, you're not gonna do it. You should have had one in your hand and tried it. That's not gonna work. I wish he had sidestep because I would have got him with the blue. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, okay. No damage. Bardock buff, okay. I already sidestepped. Thankfully, he went for a blast instead of a strike, because he would have got me if he went for a strike there. That's how important the strike is in that scenario. Wow, just shy on the key. Like by 2. Yeah, you have to go for the strike there. It's just too quick in comparison to a blast. There's a little bit of a load up time for the blasts. I mean, that sounds like it would be right anyway if you watch the series. They kind of do that. Perfect. I messed that up. I think I could actually got out of that, but I didn't swipe the second time. Nice tag. And herein lies the main issue with this team is I could have thrown Bardock out there, but that kind of defeats the purpose. You almost never want to do that. Let's try this. He's gonna sub here, so let me just activate my main in advance because I'm not sure if they can seal it one more time. They couldn't, but it's fine, doesn't matter. Ooh, that damage. You gonna sub? I was gonna say, you kind of got to. I'm not gonna drop though, but I'll let you do it. Ooh, a green. That's a good draw. Nice. I'll stay. I think I'm just gonna throw my blue, but he might try to vanish, or excuse me, sub and then vanish, which We'll see what happens. Ah, he wasn't. Let's play the damn game, man. Let's do it. Let's do the thing. Perfect. That's what I wanted. I explicitly saved my ult for that. Let's do the thing, man. Let's go. Oh, I could have striked there. Oh, well. That's unfortunate. I could have strike there. He's going to tackle again here. I'll probably go for a tackle to beat him. He doesn't have any ult to draw, so we'll see what he does. And GG, man. All right, this is the last match of the video. It's the first time I've actually been versus this Vegeta, by the way, in a match. Like, I never even did a showcase for him. I have yet to use him. He's been out for a while. I've yet to even use him. This is the first time I'm seeing him in a match. I'll wait for the sub. He is a supporting character, so what he's trying to do is he's trying to buff... Oh, nice one. He's trying to buff the characters more with that Vegeta's Zenkai 6 ability. And Goku's new equip, obviously, as well. So he's got a couple things going on. The problem also is that I have a purple and he's got 2 freaking yellows. This is the only time that's actually a, you know, decent thing. Ironically, I think both those yellows may still be worse than Oob, who has endurance. Not to overrate Oob, it's just endurance is incredibly powerful. Strikes versus blasts, win every time. He's got 2 cover options. Okay, he just, wow, I didn't think you needed to do that one. I would have waited for the Gogeta, to be honest. Was potentially going to go for a green had he vanished that. Stop trying to play so close. I meant to drop there, messed up. Gotcha. Stop that play. It's very predictable after you've done it a couple times. And you're probably going to get exploded because I got the 50% buff. You're lucky I'm not getting crits because you would have died already. And this is part of the reason why I said drawing that, or using that Goku's cover so early was probably not the best play. Because that right there would have been a good time to use it. He's doing it again. Stop that. Stop it. I did the dash forward thing, but I try to do it for like singles and stuff. Wow! Really? Really? You're going to die today. Like that. Okay, that's not going to get you anything. And I'll throw the blue here. If I got the vanish, I could rush. Oh, that's fine. I'm getting priority there. Cancel buffs, no stop clock, unfortunately. Perfect. Is that a GG? 1 year anniversary versus 3 year anniversary? Fusion versus fusion? Oh, what? Come on. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Twice? They live with like tap punch health? Come on, dog. And he didn't crit though, did he? I don't think he had crit buffs anyway, but if he did, I would have won for sure. Obviously could have used the card before, but that was a very anticlimactic ending. But I'm going to wrap it there. I had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one.